Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Now that I no longer sound like a sickly man gargling gravel, I can clearly say we've got some interesting news for you involving Katherine Langford's role in Avengers Endgame.
Agent Romanoff, you miss me?
Oh yeah, Charles, we got ourselves an X-Men fan.
Captain.
Your Highness.
Jackman, big fan, Spider-Man. Hey everyone.
Before I get started, remember to follow our Instagram page for more posts about the MCU. Now, it's been known since October of 2018 that 13 Reasons Why star Katherine Langford would have some kind of role in Avengers Endgame, and it's been a question on the minds of MCU fans ever since. So it's no surprise at all that when she posts anything to any social media platform, dedicated fans are watching like hawks. She snapped a picture of herself with bright red hair and uploaded it to Instagram on January 20th, and there's good reason to believe it's our first look at her character in Avengers Endgame. Now, I know what you're thinking. Red hair could be a myriad of things. Maybe she's just embracing a new style, or maybe she's landed the highly coveted role of Lucky Charms mascot.
So you see, that's where the trouble began.
Marshmallow power! Double Mila!
That smile. That damn smile.
But no, there's more to this equation than just her red hair. It's the timing. Mark Ruffalo and Don Cheadle have been seen together in Atlanta doing reshoots for Avengers Endgame. Before you get worried, it's important to note that these are scheduled reshoots. They're an integral part of the overall plan for making Marvel movies these days. Don't expect anything Justice League-y out of these reshoots. Now, in the next photo she uploaded, which was on January 28th, the caption reads GB. So we can insinuate she's in Great Britain. Sure, it's not the same location as the other Marvel stars, but we know Endgame is likely to take place in a wide variety of locations. I mean, Thor: The Dark World takes place in the UK, and if time traveling is involved in Endgame, it's safe to say the Reality Stone's first appearance is an important place on that timeline. And basically, the reason why we're speculating about this detail is because this whole situation has Kevin Feige written all over it. So what are people thinking? Well, the most commonly heard rumor is that Langford's role will be that of Tony Stark and Pepper Potts' daughter. I mean, just look at the hair. Fans are so eager to jump to this conclusion because abstract thoughts like dreams and visions seem to have a predictive impact in the MCU, such as Tony's vision of the future, or Thor's vision of the Infinity Stones, both of which are seen in Age of Ultron. Tony, near the beginning of Infinity War, professes to Pepper that he dreamt of them having children.
That last night, I dreamt we had a kid. So real. We named him after your eccentric uncle. What was his name?
Right.
Morgan.
So you...
The Russo brothers, directors of Infinity War and Endgame, even commented on this dream. They confirmed it was a dream as opposed to some premonition or vision, but lathered this statement in their cryptic shampoo by suggesting that dreams are mysterious. There are a lot of directions Marvel could take with this. One we've heard a lot is that their daughter could become Ironheart. In the comics, Riri Williams fills the shoes of this hero, a teenage engineering student with Tony Stark's endorsement. Langford's character, however, probably wouldn't be named Riri Williams, but this wouldn't be anything more than a simple retcon for the sake of the movies. What we need to address is issues with the timeline here. Katherine Langford is way too old to be playing baby Stark, so just how long after the snap does this film begin? It's possible that they could hold off 22 years or more before taking action, but this seems really unlikely. In the trailer for Endgame, Tony is calling to Pepper from the ship he's stranded in. I doubt that takes place 22 years after Thanos decimates the entire universe. And now it's time to introduce our new segment, Hypothesis Time. We know with 99.9% certainty that time travel will play a role in the MCU. What we don't know is how time travel is going to work in the MCU. Let's talk about the grandfather paradox. Let's say I go back in time before my grandfather has children. I'm out drinking with my grandpa and he says something like "Stan Lee sucks," causing me to subsequently shoot him in his big dumb face. If I kill my grandfather in this scenario, I could never be born. And if I'm never born, I could never kill my grandfather. A popular theory is that another universe is created that you aren't born in, but you still exist because you were still born in the other universe. But I doubt the MCU will become multiversal just to avoid complications. So a hypothesis that I've devised is something called the casual arrow of time, which indicates that cause and effect are a rule of law in time, and that controlling the future can only be done while moving forward in time. Changing the future is done through changing interactions and events or causes that lead to different outcomes or effects. Going to the past and changing events as you move forward in time from that specific date would change the direction of this arrow. So if Tony and Pepper have a child, but time travel is a necessary component to defeating Thanos, then changing events in the past will prevent their daughter from ever existing unless they take their daughter to the past. I'm not putting money on this, but wouldn't it be interesting if their daughter is a key component to defeating Thanos and that she is the reason Doctor Strange saved Tony's life? And honestly, even better if she plays a role in the future of the MCU. We don't know a whole lot about what the rest of Phase 4 is going to hold for us. At least regarding new characters, new teams, and new villains. So I believe it's pretty important to at least have some of these characters that we're going to see in these future movies show up in Endgame. Give them an introduction. This movie is going to set the course for every MCU movie that follows it. So it's better to introduce characters that maybe matter a bit more. This has been Hypothesis Time. So there isn't much more to add to the story yet, but we wouldn't be shocked in the least bit if Katherine Langford plays Tony and Pepper's daughter. The Russos don't put details like Tony's dream into their movies for nothing. They've never been known to cram in useless plot details. Who do you think Katherine Langford is going to play in Avengers Endgame? If she does play Tony's daughter, what would you want to see out of that character? Will Katherine Langford be the next Lucky Charms mascot? Any answers you have, leave them in the comments down below. This has been Adam from Film Artsy, and I will see you next time.
Best place for you guys to do it. Please submit your videos to filmartsyofficial@gmail.com, or you guys can click the link in the description. We really want to see what kind of talent you guys can provide. So let us know, send us an email, and we'll check out your videos, and we'll see you all in the next video.
Talking?
I'm about to.
Hi, everybody.
Hey, everybody. How you doing?
Hi.
See you guys.
Know anybody?